Our next speaker is representing a company that partners with leading e-commerce brands to enable precise programmatic targeting and deliver highly relevant and personalized advertisements in real time. Please welcome to the stage the business development lead of Criteo, Daniel Prümers.
Hello, good afternoon already. It's really a pleasure and an honor being here on this great stage. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the myth of programmatic buying and also about Criteo, of course. The good thing is that the colleague from Socialmantic has told you something about retargeting already. That is what we have invented a couple of years ago. It's all about Criteo. Our focus is all about performance. So we are providing a CPC performance model which is optimized for sales. Actually, we help our customers, web shops, to increase sales, to optimize sales. Some show-off numbers. So we have a retention rate of more than 90%. In 2015, we have served more than 710 billion ads. We have reached to more than 1.1 billion internet users worldwide, and we have generated more than $21 billion dollars in post-click sales. We are working with more than 10,000 advertisers directly, and we have our reach based on relationships to more than 14,000 publishers worldwide. So the engine analyzes 26 terabyte of data every day. I'm not a tech guy, I have to admit, but it sounds quite impressive to me. So I think that's a great number. And more than 700 people work in our technology department and develop our technology. So we are a global company. So at the moment, active in almost 90 countries, and we have at the moment already almost 2,000 employees all over the world. What are we doing? So our business is performance marketing. So we serve the right ad to the right user at the right time. How do we do that? We do that based on data. We do that with a very sophisticated predictive technology, and we do that in a user-centric way. So it's personalized performance marketing, what we are providing. How does it work? I think all of you know that already. So you have been to a web shop, you have checking some shoes, and after you didn't buy the shoes, and afterwards you get on every website you visit wonderful recommendations about products. In the best case, you click on the banner and you buy those shoes or different shoes. I think all of you have experienced that already, and it's very likely that you have seen an ad from us already. So what we do, we capture the shopping intent, we predict the best offer per user, we deliver the ad, and of course, what we do, we measure the value we have delivered. And this all works in real time based on data and based on technology. So the core of our business model is for sure the engine. The engine, the mystical engine, the guys in Paris, there's our headquarter based, develop, takes care of firstly assessing the value of each single user in real time, of choosing the respective products for each single user, and for choosing and generating the right creative for each single user. Again, all this is done in real time. We charge our customers on a CPC basis, and we pay our publishers on a CPM basis. Of course, our customers optimize on CPO, on cost of sales, but it's a very pure, it's a very simple model that works. And we deliver our ads in all channels, so on desktop, in the social media, so we work very closely with Facebook. We deliver ads in the space of apps, in the mobile web, and lately we have been extending our offering to email as well. And this, again, is done always in real time. I'm responsible for buying all media in Central Europe, and that's why I'm talking a little bit about programmatic buying now and the biggest myth about programmatic buying. So I'm attending so many conferences, and it's really, really interesting because many people use the same terms but talk about different things or the other way around. So that's why I think it's very important to define a little bit what we are talking about. So when we talk about real-time advertising, it's only about real-time. It's not necessarily that you buy an impression via an SSP or via an RTB platform. It's just saying that it's real-time. When you do real-time bidding, it's just the idea of determining the price via an auction model. So it's a price determination model. The programmatic buying is actually just saying that you have an automated pattern, so that you have a set of rules that determines which impressions or users you buy. And here, for us, for Criteo, it's very important that we also work in real time and work programmatically when we connect directly to a publisher. Even though, having said this, so we buy already more than 50% worldwide of our impressions via RTB platforms, via RTB, and of course, this share is growing significantly. So programmatic selling is actually the same idea like programmatic buying, just mirroring the publisher side. I don't want to dig too deep here because the time is running quite quickly. I think you know this chart already, how the ecosystem of programmatic buying looks like. So I also, of course, brought a couple of numbers. I think we weren't here, and I wouldn't talk about programmatic buying if we wouldn't believe that this will become more and more important to all of us in the near future, as it is already. For us, so we have been starting our business actually in 2008. So for us, programmatic is the DNA of our buying method, of our buying approach, but it becomes more and more important to every publisher and of course to every advertiser in the future. So the majority of the ad spend will be or is in some markets more than 50% already, and it will be more than 60% in Europe in 2020. Second myth, programmatic devalues the CPM for publishers. Of course, that is not the case. So what's the big advantage of programmatic buying or programmatic selling, however you want to see that? Of course, it's more efficient. So you don't have any IOs anymore, you have no paperwork anymore. But what's the idea? So enable the advertiser to understand what he's buying and to determine the price based on this. So, and by knowing what I buy, it's not necessarily decreasing the price. The experience shows it's the opposite. And a very simple trick for every publisher, of course, is just set the right floor prices. Second myth. Big data, next big buzzword. So everybody's talking about big data. But what does it mean? What is big data? Big data doesn't necessarily mean better targeting. Not at all. So we believe in Criteo in the concept of smart data. What is smart data? It's another buzzword, okay, I admit this. But this is real life. That is what we are doing. So it's important to have a certain volume, a minimum volume of data. It's important that you have a variety of data, the quality is important, and of course the velocity. So the data have to be available in real time. As we know, RTB transactions take place in less than 100 milliseconds. So we do that in a, again, real-time approach with a very user-centric approach, and this with a multi-screen cross-device approach. So we know the user on the desktop, on the app, and also on the mobile web, and even in the, on the channel of email. Next myth, the algorithm will replace the media planner and sales manager. Also here, experience shows that is for sure not the case. So the job of my team has changed dramatically during the last 4 years. Because we are buying in a by far more sophisticated way now. So that leads me to the next point. It's easy to create value through programmatic. Not at all, because complex is the new normal. So what's the biggest challenge? We have very complex systems, we have very complex technologies that have to interact with each other. But we have to understand them, and in order to understand them, we have to communicate to humans, to people. And that is what we are doing. And that's actually the biggest challenge of the entire industry. It's really finding the right people, because the biggest challenge for all of us, I think in every market we are active in, and I hope you can confirm that, is the lack of understanding about what it is and how it works. Myth number 6, publishers will lose premium advertisers. Also here, I assume you're going to agree that this is not the case anymore. So another nice table with many numbers. Only interesting here is only that the growth rates are higher than the growth rates programmatic versus non-programmatic. So this is extremely growing at the moment. Final slide, myth number 7, there's one silver bullet. Of course, there's not. So my tips to you is find your individual setup that suits your strategy. You have to keep control. Don't outsource the knowledge about programmatic. The biggest challenge, again, is find or train stuff. Take your time to find the right setup. It's an investment in effort, time, and money. Keep calm and test. Test, 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 and always enable yourself to measure, to measure, to measure. If you have any questions, we are running out of time, so I'm here for the afternoon. I'm looking forward to talking to you one-to-one. Thank you very much.